Chapter 13. British efforts to salvage the Cabinet Mission Plan. 1. British establishment. There was no consensus within the British establishment on India's future. While Churchill supported the Muslim League, many in the establishment, including Wavell, viewed Nehru as a threat due to his socialist tendencies and perceived pro-Soviet stance. Wavell's secret note outlined Britain's strategic interests in India, emphasizing its manpower and strategic locations as essential to British interests. He noted that the Indian Army and British military bases were vital to Britain's global position. Wavell highlighted economic ties, noting India was one of Britain's largest trading partners in 1944. He argued for a transfer of power that preserved British interests and advocated for a defensive alliance with a united and friendly India. 2. Nehru, Jinnah, and the Cabinet Mission Plan. In a press conference in Bombay, Nehru stated that the Congress had made no commitments regarding the Cabinet Mission Plan except to participate in the Constituent Assembly. Azad believed Nehru's remarks jeopardized the possibility of the Muslim League joining the interim government, as Nehru indicated Congress's freedom to operate independently in the Assembly. Jinnah accused Nehru and the Congress of insincerity, stating they never intended to honor the Cabinet Mission Plan. He emphasized the Muslim League's willingness to compromise, contrasting it with Congress's inflexibility. Jinnah insisted on the League's exclusive right to nominate Muslims to the interim government, rejecting Congress's claim to represent Muslims, which he saw as a vindication of the League's position. From 13th of July 1946 onwards, Jinnah called for immediate partition, insisting that the Constituent Assembly could not be sovereign as it would allow Congress to dominate India's future. He argued that groupings B and C of the Cabinet Mission Plan should have the right to opt out of the Union. Jinnah announced the Muslim League's shift away from constitutional methods, stating, "This day we bid goodbye to constitutional methods," and declared that they were prepared to use direct action or violence to achieve Pakistan. 3. The transformative role of violence. Communal violence erupted from evening of August 15th till 19, notably the Great Calcutta Killing, with significant casualties on both sides. The British administration was criticized for its inadequate response, which allowed violence to spread. Jinnah's rhetoric and declaring 16th August a public holiday by the Bengal Premier Hussain Shahid Suhrawardi were significant contributing factor to the communal violence. 4. Interim government. The interim government was formed with Nehru at the helm with little participation of the Muslim League, leading to questions about its stability. Wavell continued efforts to mediate between the Congress and the Muslim League, but mutual distrust hindered progress. Communal violence further complicated the political landscape. 5. Jinnah's relentless demand for Pakistan. Jinnah and the Muslim League had been justifying partition in Pakistan on dubious utilitarian grounds that sacrificing 1/3 of Muslims to liberate 2/3 was imperative because otherwise the whole Muslim nation of India would be enslaved by the Hindu nation. Paradoxically, Jinnah envisioned peaceful relations between an independent Pakistan and Hindustan. Jinnah rejected participation in the Constituent Assembly and maintained that the League would resist any attempts to undermine its demand for Pakistan. This stance highlighted the deep-seated divisions that made partition seem inevitable.